Bin 36 is really all about discovery. The foundation of the restaurant is the idea of people coming in and learning about wine, about food and wine together, sort of demystify the wine experience. A lot of people have a sense that wine is a very expensive, complicated beverage. And the idea behind the restaurant is really to let people come in and enjoy and not take it too seriously.
It's a really big, full-bodied blend of Sangiovese and Cabernet.
We take it seriously, that's our job. You just come in, relax, and enjoy. And we go to great pains to make sure that the food and the wine work together and really enhance each other. The wine tastes better, the food tastes better. Flights are the best way to really get a sampling of either a style or a varietal, whether you're trying 4 different Chardonnays or 4 different Australian red wines. The goal from our perspective is if somebody walks out of here and is able to taste those side by side and develops a preference for one or the other, then we feel like we've really done our job that day.
All right, so Joe, you're trying to tell us that Bin 36 is just what the doctor orders.
Absolutely. What I really love about Bin 36 is that it's got great food at very reasonable prices. But the reason to go is for the wine, of course. It's a great restaurant because every single server knows their wine. They know the wine list and they're very educated about the wine. If you're somebody who doesn't know wine but wants to, or if you're someone who's a world-class connoisseur that loves great wine service, this is absolutely the best place to go.
Really, I have to concur what you're saying. They really try to educate and help you really understand the wines. And if you're a connoisseur, you're just going to pass out with all this wide arrangement of wines there. And I brought in, of course, friends who themselves are connoisseurs of fine wine and fine food, because I didn't trust my judgment, but I loved what they served us. And as a lay person, you have such a wide, vast array to pick from that it gets really overwhelming. And to have somebody who's truly knowledgeable and narrows it down to the meal so that you really understand the flavors. Is it fruity? Is it dry? Is it more woody flavor? Is it smoky? These are the words that kept on being thrown at me. I'm like, yes, it was smoky.
You're making it sound like a novel.
So really, and you don't feel stupid. And you feel
they definitely make you feel comfortable.
Yes.
I know nothing about wine, and I don't even really drink, and I just had the waitress pick something for me, and it was delicious, and she didn't even, everyone goes there for the wine, and she didn't make me feel silly for not knowing anything or not even really being that interested in the wine. She just was very, very kind and sweet.
Right. I think that's why it's crucial for them to do, when they have such a big list, what they do to train their staff. And they have twice a week, they have wine meetings where they go over everything with the staff and show them how to serve wine and learn, and they teach them about wines on the list.
Oh, you could tell.
No, last time you were there, Joe, tell us what you ate for dinner.
Last time I was there, I started off with heirloom apple frisee salad, which is very nice. And for the main course, I had these goat cheese truffle ravioli. I find it very, very hard to find good quality Italian food, and they pull it off spectacularly.
Do you ever have dessert when you go out?
Oh, absolutely.
So what did you try there?
I'm a very, very big brulee fan. I mean, I've had them from everywhere, from all over the world, and it is very, very hard to get good brulee, but they made a great job of it.
In fact, my friend had ordered the creme brulee, and it was outstanding. And the gnocchi was tender. It was some of the most tender gnocchi I have ever had. It was delicious. In fact, I wish I had ordered that dish, quite honestly. I did. Oh,
Next
I loved
time.
it. Of course. But overall, I felt that the menu was really excellent. I did the tasting menu, and I did the flight of wines. And first of all, I love the interior. I think it's just so hip and cool, and it's just a great place. And you walk in, and on one side you have this really great-looking bar where you can have any kind of wine by the glass or by the bottle. And then they take you into the dining area, which is what we chose, and we were given a really wonderful table.
And what about you, Ellery? When you went there, what did you eat?
I had the rotisserie chicken with polenta, which was excellent. But the best thing I had was the dessert. It was an upside-down, I don't know if either of you had this, upside-down gingerbread cake. And it had an apple baked into it, and it was served with this nutmeg chantilly, which was, I've never even heard of, but delicious. Very rich and so good. I didn't quite share your enthusiasm for the restaurant. I don't have anything terribly specific to point to, but I kind of likened my experience to, those times when you go on a first date with someone where you don't have a bad time and you have nothing bad to say about him, but it was just not extraordinary, so you don't really need to see him again. That's kind of what my experience was like at Bin 36, where I have nothing. The food was good, but where you're saying that it was exceptional and so well done, I didn't have that experience. So it was a perfectly pleasant night, and I wouldn't tell people not to go there, but myself, I probably wouldn't choose to go there again.
And what did you think about the service? Did it match up with the food?
Definitely, the service matched up with the food. I think the only thing I disagreed with was what you were saying about the environment being kind of hip and lively, because when I was there, it was a Saturday night, and it was pretty empty. Actually, we were, the table on either side of us was not full, and it was just very quiet for a Saturday night.
That was
interesting.
That wasn't the case for us. It was a hip and happening place, and there was all these people. And in fact, if I were a single person, I would go there to meet people. It was just there's a lot of good-looking people in this place. You know,
the people watching at the place is just fantastic. What time did you go around?
It was about at 9:30 is when we looked at our watches and we said, "Wow, this place is empty Saturday night at 9:30."
I think what happens is that they get a big dinner rush around 7, 8 o'clock, and it might tailor off a bit. But if you find you go there around towards 11 or 12, it picks up again. It's a great place to do some after-dinner drinks, after-theater drinks as well.
All right, but Joe, this is your pick, so tell us why you like it so much.
First and foremost, it's the wine list and the wine service. Everyone there is just so knowledgeable about wine, and they know how to take care of you there. And it's also great food. I mean, I agree with you. It might not be the best food in the city, but then again, you're not paying the best food prices as well. It's that ratio of quality for money that really sets it apart.
Great. And Juana, what about you?
for me, I would return. I would return with guests, friends, or business associates. I found my dinner a little inconsistent. Some dishes were greater than others. However, I would go there for the wine and for the environment.
And Ellery?
Again, because I'm not a drinker, you say the draw for both of you was primarily that it is a wine bar, and I'm not a drinker, so the food just wasn't special enough for me to make a return trip.
Well, you can find all the good wine at Bin 36 at 339 North Dearborn, 312-755-9463. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all week. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without the drinks is about $35.